What's going on, guys? Angelo here. Welcome to Around the Track. This is where we talk about all the hot and new things going on within the coaster community. And today I have some exciting news. Exciting news coming for Kings Dominion Project 2021. Here we go. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Alrighty, so first things first, all this is credited to KDFans, so big shout out to them. I think they're the same people who are BGW fans, and they've been getting major information just these past few months on Pantheon and for their 2021 their coaster, which is another big coaster that's going to be coming. But this, we finally have some new information regarding Kings Dominion's 2021 coaster. Now I am going to say I kind of already knew some stuff. I just really didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to be that person to be wrong, so I'll leave it to KDFans on that one. But honestly, guys, I've kind of been known about this for a little bit. I just didn't want people going around saying, hey, I said this. So this is by Zachary, and it says it's a 10-minute read. I'm recording this on November 5th. 2019, just to let you all know. So this is fresh news. So in the article, he's kind of just talking about how he hasn't really been posting about Kings Dominion as much and whatnot. But basically, we want to go ahead and get to the main thing, and that is the plans and the leak. So once again, he just wants to go ahead and state this, that they don't know that any of this is finalized. So we don't know what this is truly supposed to be, if this is the official layout, but this is what we can kind of assume so far. So what they are saying it is supposed to be, from what the information they got, is that this is going to be a B&M Bolliger and Mabillard wing coaster. And I'll say this, am I happy about it? Yes and no. So the first reasons being, I wish that it was going to be taller. Secondly, on top of that, I was hoping for maybe a launch wing that really would have taken it all. I think that really would have gave people some more hype, other than it just being, it could have been maybe a launch at 100 feet or something. I don't know. Anyways, let me go ahead and talk about it a little bit more, just so you all know the information around here. Now, again, this is going to be located in Safari Village, just so everyone knows. It's supposed to feature 5 inversions, and again, like I was saying before, it's supposed to be roughly around 100 feet tall. And this is the full layout, as you can see. So the lift here, this is going to be your station, and then this was going to be, I'm guessing, the walkway, as you all see here. So this area right here would be basically where you're coming in at. And I'm guessing, what I do like is that from what it looks like, is that the queue is going to interact with the coaster pretty well. So we're going to get some really nice pictures from just the looks of it. I have a feeling a guy, John Clydo, World of John, I'll link him in the description, but he might be able to get us some excellent drone shots. I don't know if he's up for it or not. I would really love to, as soon as we start seeing footers, I hope he does do something. It would be great to see an aerial view of this in live action though. So here are some of the inversions. As you all see, we're gonna have a 0G roll right here, then a dive drop. And my thing about these drops is that I don't like that they're inversions. I wish the wing coaster was like a real drop. I think it would be more intense. Although I've never ridden one, so I can't really say. But just from the looks of the POVs and whatnot, I feel like these wing coasters should definitely have a straight drop. As you all see here at number 7 though, this says it's supposed to be a heartline roll. And that's going to be pretty cool. I wish they would incorporate maybe some keyhole features or something like that. I think that would be awesome to incorporate that. We're also going to be getting a corkscrew in this one, which is another cool. I love corkscrews, so that should be good to see on a wing coaster. On top of that, we're also going to be getting, at number 15, it says we're supposed to get a Junior Emmeline. So if you guys haven't ridden, let's see, or I'm sorry, not number 15, but at number 5 right here. If you haven't ridden Griffon, Shikra, Valraven, they all have those Emmelines. Those are the regular size ones. So you're going to get a Junior Emmeline on this, which is, I think Griffon actually does have one, and it's like the second Emmeline. So I'm guessing this is going to be an Emmeline type of drop here for number 3, but number 5 is going to be somewhat like Griffon's. I do think the elements on this ride altogether, as it shows right here, it says the station, lift hill. It shows first inversion, second inversion, and then all the way down to 15 being the storage track. 13, we also have a trim brake, as you all see here. So that looks like to be the end of the ride anyway, and it's going to curve inward. They reference a coaster called Wings of Glory. It's some Hawaii Brothers World. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. but it honestly reminds me, I hope the color is honestly like this. I don't want a full clone, obviously, but it would be nice to have a different type of color other than a brown or rustic. I think they're getting away from that anyways, because Orion is like definitely a nice color. It's blue. And again, you guys, we're literally in the early stages of this. This is essentially the first leak that we've seen or that we know of to what this could be. And honestly though, I've talked with the general manager and you all know that, but he's been hinting just at me and at other people that we were supposed to be getting. I mean, he didn't say that we were getting a B&M, but he kind of just brings it up casually. Like, in fact, I'll go ahead and bring in a little clip.
Well, obviously, we're going to keep it as is. We did tear the huts down for opportunity. We have not made a decision about a product. If in the long term there's an opportunity and we look at a coaster, that's certainly a site to be considered. There's certainly a site to be considered. So we've got to be conscious of that and that area over there. But yes, you know, if I was at liberty to talk about product beyond 2020, I would. But you know what? Things in this business change. We may not know what we're doing tomorrow sometimes, so it does change. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes.
Have you guys ever thought about being a GCI?
We've had conversations with them. Obviously, our park systems had conversations with them. So anything's on the table. I don't know how many of you guys know Tim Fisher. He's our COO. He knows the business. He knows the product. So he's always bringing ideas to us. So we're excited to have Tim back from Australia and bring the ideas that he brings.
What about Grizzly?
Same conversation.
I haven't read one yet.
I know, we have, right. You know, we only have one B&M here. You know, there are a lot of opportunities. I went down to Texas, I won't tell you where, to ride a ride down there recently, so there you go.
So as you all saw from that clip, he was just like, we haven't worked with B&M in a while, and honestly in that whole conversation, he was kind of talking about how a lot of people like the B&M. So I'm pretty sure this is accurate on the B&M part. Now, the layout of this coaster, as you all can see here, it says this is supposed to be expanded Plaza Safari. And it also has a bunch of unused space over here. This leads me to believe that maybe they could add something else in this area, another coaster, or let alone just make this even bigger. The lift hill, as you kind of can see, is going to be going this way facing to the side of Flight of Fears. So kind of like Flight of Fears launch area, we'll be able to see all that. I hope that they add more to this. It would be nice to... Honestly, it would be really cool if they could just make it the longest wing coaster in the world, or maybe in the States. That would be really cool. But maybe they are planning for the future of that spot as well. Honestly, with all this being said though, I'm pretty sure if Volcano wasn't removed, I truly believe that in Old Virginia was going to be the next spot to get the coaster. Reason why I say that is because I really think they had plans to remove Grizzly, but I don't think they're going to remove Grizzly. I think they're probably going to do a retrack on Grizzly, like a heavy retrack, kind of like a GCI refurb. That would be nice and amazing to have really for Grizzly. That's all it really needs. And people were saying that they could remove Avalanche. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. It's somewhat reliable. I would say they're still able to get parts for this type of ride. And honestly, if they were to move that, you could literally put like 3 coasters in this spot. As you all can see, I mean, the expanded Safari Plaza, they could put a freaking coaster just in that area alone. Again, it's going to be interesting to see a revamp of Safari Village, because this area is just known, basically, it's just the coaster area. And honestly, Dominator is just alone at the front of the park. And I personally think they could add a coaster somewhat near there, really. If they wanted to use some of the parking, they could do it. But that's talking a little too much into the future. Let's go ahead and focus on this. Obviously though, I really think the Zero G Row is going to be amazing to see on a wing coaster. I really think that's going to top this off, as well as just a Junior Emblem. I mean, emblems are really fun elements or inversions. They're really great. I enjoy it all the time on Griffon, and I think it'll be awesome on a wing. Now my guess is the speed of this is not going to be much. If the height of this is going to be around that 100 foot, I hope this is more like 150 feet and not like 100 feet, because if this is like maybe like 110, I'm gonna hope that that's not correct. So another thing in this article that they talk about is how, as you all can see, is that they still have some of the structure of Volcano up, and I did a little mini update on Volcano in my vlog, so if you want to check that out, you can. But basically, here's a clip of it, as you all are seeing. But They've added some shrubbery and whatnot, so I don't know if they want to keep this or not. My guess is that they're going to try. They could incorporate the station, but I feel like if they're going to try to stick with the theme of Safari, I guess you could keep this station. If not, get rid of it and make it just look brand new. I think it needs a whole revamp anyway. It's just all of it is really old at this point now. Now, hopefully with all this being said is that this actually will happen in 2021, because at this point, attendance has gone up for the park. I do know that, but again, this is because people wanted to ride Twisted Timbers and they didn't feel like waiting in the line that it had last year, which was ridiculous, and the operations weren't good back then. Still not great now, but you know, I feel like if they don't get another coaster within these next 2 years, it's going to drop off. Like without a doubt, it's going to drop off. So they have to do something, and again, this is just in a rush. So I feel like this concept that we're seeing, I hope changes do happen. I hope that they take a little bit more time, because they do have time. Again, this is a whole, we're talking about another year. It seems like a long time, but it isn't a long time, but it is enough time to make changes and whatnot. So I'm pretty sure they are working with B&M, and I hope they are, because again, they're reliable. So you have to remember, B&M is reliable. If you want some more fun and intensity, you go with Intimate. And I'm pretty sure they're done with Intimate after their last few incidents. Look at Intimidator, made by Intimate. It has a bunch of mechanical problems. Volcano is the biggest example I could give you. It's been removed. On top of all that, Top Thrill Dragster has had major problems this year. I'm pretty sure Cedar Fair is trying to stay away from Intimate. And I don't even know if Busch Gardens coaster is by Intimate or not. So with all that being said though, guys, I hope you all did enjoy the video. Let me know what you think on all of this. I definitely am going to have updates for sure in the future. We're going to start seeing footers definitely next year. Probably mid next year, if anything. So I'm excited that we're getting another coaster. This is great news. It's good to see that we have some update for Kingsman, because it just feels like the coaster news has kind of been dead lately. We haven't had anything really major besides Pantheon is just going up stupid fast. Hope you guys did enjoy this video once again. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and enable post notifications to stay up to date with everything that is happening on the channel. And until next time, you guys, peace out.